What's up, guys? It's going to be a UFC video, and it's going to be on the UFC 198 card, WERDUM versus MIOCIC, and yeah, it's going to be a post-fight results video and whatnot, you know, kind of like a review on the card. Some good fights, some good finishes. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start with the Fight Pass fights. So first fight of the night, we had Cano against Tukogov. So looking at the stats right here real quick. First round, as you can see, we just go through the rounds. You can see that Cano here had just the most strikes, but in the first round, I think Cano, I think he won that one. The second round, well, actually not Cano, I meant Tukov here won the first round. I think Cano won the second one, and the third round was kind of close in a way because of the takedowns. If you guys see here the stats, but Cano did land more strikes and was being more aggressive. Anyways, my official pick was Tukov to win, but on DraftKings I actually selected Cano because he throws a lot of punches. But I thought, 44 is actually a lot less than I thought he would actually land. I thought he was actually going to land more than that. But I picked him on DraftKings and he actually ended up winning, so that was nice. But Tukov was my official pick and he ended up losing. It was a split decision loss though, so it could have just been the judges. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that fight. Like, let me know who you guys think actually won that fight. But yeah, anyways, it was a okay fight. But I like how Cano showcased some of his striking skills. So let's go ahead and move on to the next fight. We had Sergio Morass against Chavez. So a lot of people were counting out Chavez. This guy was like 4-1 underdog or something like that. Anyways, he's a big underdog, 14-1 record. He's like a prospect. And yeah, we'll go ahead and look at the stats here. As you can see, every round Chavez had more strikes except for that third round, and the only reason he didn't have that much strikes here is because I think Morass here was on top. Like he took him down or something, even though it says here on the stats that he didn't take him down. But anyways, Chavez found his way to the ground, and Morass here was just on top of him and whatnot. Excuse me, guys. So yeah, guys, but pretty much Chavez, as I predicted, when I made my pick, he really had the better striking and was winning on the feet against Sergio here. But the fight ended up being a draw. I thought maybe they should have went ahead and just gave Chavez the win, but yeah, they called it a draw, and fuck it. But yeah, I thought it was a decent fight, and hopefully Chavez will showcase more of his skills later on. Okay, we move on to the next fight, featured fight for the Fight Pass card. We got Lil Nog against Patrick Cummins, and yeah, as you can see, Lil Nog here won in the first round. Pretty much, I expected more takedown attempts here from Cummins. As you can see, he had 2 takedown attempts, and he was not able to get a takedown. So he was forced to stay up on the feet with Lil Nog. And if you guys didn't know, Lil Nog has really good boxing, very underrated with his with his boxing, with his striking skills. And yeah, that was a really bad idea for Cummins. He really should have went for the takedown more often. His striking's not too good. He should have knew that he couldn't stand with Lil Nog. Anyways, Patrick Cummins' chin also not too good. So yeah, that didn't work out too good for him. So I picked Lil Nog to win here by knockout. I think I said second round, but ended up getting it in the first round. So that was pretty sweet. But yeah, not much else to say here. Pretty much Lil Nog just beat him up with his with his hands. He ended up catching Cummins with a good punch and just followed up with tons of punches and ending up finishing him. So that was a good fight for Lil Nog here. So yeah, for the Fight Pass fights, I had Chavez. That fight was a draw, so let's just go ahead and cross that out because it was a draw. But I did get the Lil Nog fight correct. I picked Tukov, and he ended up losing. So let's just go ahead and say I'm half and half there or whatever. So one out of 2. Move on to the next fight, Fox Sports 1 here. Lineker against Rob Font. First fight on the Fox Sports 1 prelims. If you guys don't have Fight Passes, probably the first fight you guys seen tonight or in the afternoon. Anyways, pretty much Rob Font didn't do pretty much nothing at all, guys, in the whole fight. I really don't think he landed that much strikes in the first round. Anyways, as look at that. As the rounds go on, he just started landing less and less. Pretty much, I didn't expect that from Font. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a, maybe a more of a closer fight. I know some people were picking Font. But yeah, I picked Lineker here. I thought his hands would get it done, and they did get it done. This guy throws a lot of significant strikes, as you can see there, 80 significant strikes. So that was really nice, and yeah, pretty much just beat up Font the whole fight. Font really didn't have nothing for him, even though he has that reach advantage and he's has the height advantage and whatnot. Just really didn't utilize that well. Didn't do much besides get backed up and let Lineker unload on him. But yeah, it was a good fight. Lineker just pretty much dominated. So I got that pick right. Next fight, Ronaldo against Medeiros. Man, this was fight of the night here, guys. Really fun fight. Pretty much they were just banging from the very beginning, till the end. It was a really great fight. Medeiros here is a really tough guy, a tough fighter. I really thought Medeiros was probably gonna get finished here, probably like in a second or third round, I think I said, because he has been finished before. But Ronaldo couldn't put him away. He did have him rocked a couple times, but Medeiros here, hung in there. He's a tough guy. And yeah, it just ended up being a really fun fight, but it was for sure a win for Ronaldo here. So yeah, this is a great fight, guys, and I recommend watching it if you guys didn't watch it. So I picked Ronaldo and got that pick right also. Alright, so next, trying to check out these stats. This thing's acting up. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So the next fight, it was Thiago Santos against Marquardt. So you can see right here, pretty much how the fight started. Santos being very aggressive, stalking down Marquardt. Marquardt, as you guys know, not the same fighter he used to be, way before, when he was, really a really good fighter. Now, his durability is not too good. His chin's not too good. So, if he gets clipped clean on that chin, he gets rocked, and when he gets rocked, more than likely he's going to end up losing the fight very soon after that. He did, he was able to beat, stipe Dalloway after getting rocked, but, Santos here, he saw that fight. He knew that Marquardt has the power, so, he just pretty much avoided getting countered by Marquardt if Marquardt was trying to counter. And yeah, Santos pretty much just destroyed him on the feet, guys. Not much else to say here. As you can see, he ended up getting 2 knockdowns, so yeah, this sucks for Marquardt. Hopefully he still fights. Again, I don't want him to retire. I think he still has some fights, left in him still. I don't know if he should stay at middleweight, but at 170, that's just too much of a weight cut for him, I guess. Yeah, but maybe they just give him less skilled opponents, because guys like Santos that are on the come up, are a very bad matchup for him. But yeah, it ended up being a really good win here for Santos, getting that first round knockout against Marquardt. And like I said, I picked Santos in this fight. Next fight, featured fight on Fox Sports 1's Fox Sports 1 prelims, guys. Maia against Matt Brown. Maia actually had more significant strikes than Brown. Pretty much, Maia, as always, just trying to go for the takedown the whole fight. But he did actually end up finishing Matt Brown at the end of the fight. It was there was 30 seconds left, and he ended up getting that finish. But yeah, pretty much just Maia here doing what he always does. Grapple fucking his opponents. Matt Brown just couldn't do anything about it. Once Maia gets you on the ground, there's not much you could really do against this guy. This guy's really good at controlling you, and yeah, he's just too good on the ground. Sucks for Brown. And in the third round, though, guys, he was stuffing Maia's takedowns, and he was throwing punches at Maia, and for some reason he thought Maia was hurt, and then followed Maia to the ground, which is a very bad move by Brown, because after that Maia ended up using that to his advantage, and ended up taking down Matt Brown. So yeah, that was bad for Brown. I thought that was his chance of winning the fight right there, in the third round, in the early I think it was the first minute of the third round. But yeah, that sucked for Brown there, and yeah, pretty much lost his opportunity to try and win the fight there. But yeah, guys, Maia just doing what Maia does, and ended up getting the win. And I did pick Maia, so I won that fight also. So out of all the picks here on the Fox Sports 1 prelims, I got all of them right. So that's pretty damn sweet. Let's go ahead and move on to the main card. Okay. All right, hold up, guys. Bandicam's about to cut off, so give me a minute here. Alright, guys, I'm back. So first fight on the main card, we had Warley Alves against Barbarina. This ended up being a really fun fight. Barbarina here. God damn, look at all the significant strikes he landed. Pretty much, Alves really did good in the first round. Second round, he just started getting, getting tired. This is what I was afraid of. His cardio not holding up. I really thought Alves here would be able to get a finish. Just wasn't able to get it. It looked like he was going to get a submission in the first, like, 30 seconds of the first round, but he wasn't able to get it. Anyways, pretty much, Alves was using great strikes, though, hitting Barbarina to the body with some good kicks and everything. But Barbarina here is just so tough, so durable, and has great cardio, and was able to take all of that, and he was able to return fire at the second and third round, especially the third round. He just really dominated that third round. We look at the stats here. First round was close based on stats, but Alves won that first round. Second round, as you can see, the strikes, 10 strike difference there. Barbarina started taking over that second half of the second round, and then we go on to the third round. As you can see, very huge difference here on significant strikes, almost 30 more right there. So pretty much Barbarina here used his cardio as his strength as always, and his durability. Took all of Alves's best strikes and kept coming forward. I really thought Alves here could put him away. I counted out Barbarina in this fight, but I didn't count him out against Soich Northcutt. But yeah, I'm gonna try not to count out this guy anymore, because this guy, he seems to just stay in the fight at all times. There's like nothing you can do against this guy. He just keeps on coming. And if you're a guy like Alves here, who I guess has a lot of muscle, gets tired, that's something you could exploit. And that's what Barbarina here did, guys. But it was a good fight, and it was a split decision win, I think, and it was, I think, 29-28. I think it was unanimous, actually. Unanimous decision, 29-28, across the board. And they ended up giving it to Barbarina. I actually thought they might have given it to Alves, because he's in Brazil and whatnot. But nope, they gave it to Barbarina, and I say that was the right call, guys. Even though I did pick Alves in this fight, and Alves actually cost me some money on my DraftKings. I needed that guy to win. So that sucked, but yeah, Barbarina was the first American here to get a win in Brazil in the night on the main card. But yeah, not much else to say, guys. Good win for Barbarina. Let's see where he goes, from this win. So let's move on to the next fight. I ended up losing that pick since I picked Alves. So move on to the next fight, Shogun Hua against Corey Anderson. So Shogun's one of my favorite fighters, but if you look at the strikes here, it really shows that Anderson really won the fight here. I think it was a split decision win for Shogun. Anyway, Shogun did drop him twice. You guys see those knockdowns. He had 2 knockdowns in the fight, so that counts for something. He dropped him in the first round. I say he won the first round. The second round he dropped him again, I think near the end. But yeah, Shogun won the fight. Sucks for Corey Anderson here. Some people thought maybe he got robbed or whatever, but you got to count those knockdowns there, guys. So yeah, I thought Shogun squeaked it out barely. But yeah, let's see Shogun against some strikers. I want to see more striking from Shogun. His leg kicks looked good, though. He looked good in the beginning of the fight. But yeah, good win for Shogun here, and yeah, I picked Shogun to win the fight, and he got that win, and I got that pick right. So not much else to say here, guys, so I'll move on to the next fight. Okay, Cyborg against Leslie Smith here, guys. So apparently Smith landed 2 significant strikes. I did not see those strikes. I don't know where she landed those punches at, but anyways, it didn't really stop Cyborg. Cyborg, as always, came forward in the beginning of the fight, and yeah, it just really just does what Cyborg does. Comes forward and attacks you with lots of combinations, and ended up just smashing Leslie Smith, guys. A lot of people thought it was maybe an early stoppage, because at the end it looked like Leslie Smith was still kind of there, getting a little hammer fist here, getting some hammer fist, to the side of the head. But they stopped the fight right there, and yeah, she was kind of mad, because I guess they were saying they stopped the fight early. But I thought, if they wouldn't have stopped the fight there, I thought Cyborg would have just kept on going and would have finished her in the first round anyway, guys. Once Cyborg has you hurt, it's hard to recover. She has too much power. She's too explosive. Very good with her multi-striking skills, and yeah, ended up just kind of saving Smith there from any more damage. But yeah, of course, guys, I picked Cyborg, one of my favorite fighters, favorite female fighters, in MMA, and she got it done, guys. First round KO, easy prediction there for most people. So yeah, I got that win there. Move on to the next fight, co-main event here, guys. we had Jacare against Belfort, and that's pretty fucking crazy. Belfort only had 4 significant strikes that he landed. I never even remember seeing those. Anyways, Jacare here did pretty much what Weidman would want to do, or what Weidman did. Went for the takedown, got the takedown, and yeah, just smashed Belfort on the ground, guys. It was pretty disappointing here. I really thought Belfort could have avoided the takedowns a little bit better. Also, at a moment, it looks like he pulled guard after getting up from the being on the ground for a bit. He pulled guard, guys. This guy went back down, Belfort, and let Jacare back on top of him, and that was a really bad idea. I thought that was kind of weird, But yeah, pretty much Vitor here got smashed on the ground, guys, and that kind of sucks, because Belfort's also one of my favorite fighters. It's fun to watch him fight. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I picked Belfort here. He's my underdog pick. Just couldn't get it done. Jacare was just too good on the ground. Just destroyed him on the ground. But yeah, hopefully we see a Belfort fight again, though, against someone not in the top 5, I would say, because these guys are some beasts. Or maybe give him Yoel Romero or someone like that, I don't know. Give him somebody that maybe also wants to stand with them or something like that. But anyways, I picked Belfort and ended up losing this fight as my pick. Alright, so we move on to the main event here, guys. So, I mean, this fight only lasted 1 round. There's not much else to say, but I picked Badoom here. I really thought he was, the better fighter, the better complete fighter. I thought he would, well, sure, he has the ground advantage, but the striking, Stipe does have that boxing. But yeah, pretty much Badoom here ended up getting hurt with the punch. In the beginning, he was doing good with his kicks, but ended up just stopped throwing kicks, and then just started going forward with his hands, and that was really a bad idea because Stipe caught him with a punch. I think it was the right hand. Well, Badoom was coming forward, and it looks like he kind of hurt Badoom a little bit there. Badoom, he just kept going forward. That was kind of dumb. He kept going forward, and Stipe landed the same punch again, and this time he slept him. He knocked him out, guys. Clean KO win for Stipe here. Kind of like a lot of people were saying, this is kind of like the Aldo fight, Aldo versus McGregor, and also kind of like the Rousey versus Holm type of thing. That's pretty much what I saw also here, guys, like the Aldo McGregor type of thing. Badoom moving forward, then ended up just getting caught with that clean punch, and yeah, got knocked out pretty much instantly. Yeah, bad game plan here for Badoom. I really thought he was the better fighter here, but I mean, there's not much else to say here, guys. This guy had a bad game plan doing that. I think he should have just stayed a little bit more on the feet, keep using his kicks, even though he was getting, even though he was checking the kicks, he shouldn't have ran forward, with his hands down, and, that's a very bad idea against someone that has good boxing like Stipe. So very bad game plan for Badoom, and yeah, I ended up picking him and ended up losing because of that. But anyways, good win for Stipe, though, new heavyweight champion. All right, so we're looking at the card here, and so this was a draw, the Chavez fight, so I'm gonna go ahead and scratch that off since it was a draw. But I ended up getting 1 out of 2 picks right on Fight Pass prelims, 4 out of 4 on Fox Sports 1 prelim, so did really good there. On the main card, I got 3 fights wrong on this one, so 2 out of 5, so not too good there. If I add those up, 2 out of 5, there's a total of how much fights here? There's 12 fights, but since that one draw didn't count, 11, let's just say 11 fights. So we had 5 plus 2, 7 out of 11, guys. I don't think that's too bad. 7 out of 11 on my picks. So yeah, I got 7 picks out of 11 right. It's not too bad, like I'm saying. But yeah, anyways, guys, it was a really fun night of fights. This was a good card. I'd say it delivered. We have a new champion now, and yeah, it was really fun. Fun night of fights overall. Hope you guys enjoyed them like I did. And yeah, guys, not much else to say on this video, but I will add, if you guys want to join DraftKings, check out my my link below in my description. And yeah, not much else to say here, guys, so that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.